Hey guys, so we're going to restore the tail light housings on our old Santa Fe trailer. So these are, you can see if I can get the light right. It says Theodore Bargman Detroit Michigan, part number 99-2. Takes an 1157 bulb and 632 by 3/4 screws. So I picked up some new screws, Phillips machine screws, 632 by 3/4. Got these at Lowe's for $2 for 12. I picked up some metallic silver Krylon Color Master, almost chrome. We'll clean these up with the wire brush, and if this wire brush doesn't work well on the drill, I'll get the wire brush out on the angle grinder. I just didn't want to take the angle grinder out right away. So we'll clean up the rust, hit it with some almost chrome, and put in, take out the incandescent bulbs. And I picked up these JDM, they are red 1157 LED bulbs. Now here's the part number. We're going to put these in. Let's see how they look. We got our proper PPE, and we're going to give this soft brush a try. Got some of it cleaned up. So I want to try to get in here, but of course the socket is in the way. So this is removable. You can see these little tabs. You can bend these up and that socket will pull out. And they actually sell these at, I've seen them at AutoZone, if you ever need to replace one of these sockets. I've seen them. So I'll go ahead and take this one out just so we can see how it looks. Bent a couple of the tabs out here, and that socket just comes right out. It's got some thick tape on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and just snip these off right here and pull the socket out. You can see a lot more of the writing now that it's getting cleaner. Insert bulb with top marking facing lens. There's your top. And we already read that one, but the most interesting one I found on the back, right here, it says to fill with mastic. I assume that it's saying that this channel around the outer perimeter here, you want to fill with butyl tape so that you seal these holes so water doesn't get into the housing, which makes sense. Even though our almost chrome here says that it's paint and primer, when you read the directions, it'll tell you that, let's see if I can find it, you can go ahead and, here we go, for additional protection, a separate coat of primer can be applied, especially on bare wood and metal. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Multiple thin coats, wait 1 minute between each, and dries in 15 minutes. Alright, that's it. What do you think? Looks just like the cap, huh? Look at that. Yeah. dogs are going crazy. I feel bad that I did that. Sorry, dude. Here. I decided to go ahead and pick up the new 1157. They call it a 3/4 inch double contact socket. It does say 1157 there. That is their part number 85803. This is a Dorman product. I got it at AutoZone, and I think they were $3. Yeah, $3 a piece. So might as well, since we're rebuilding these. We'll get this put in, and we'll do a test on the lights. Something to consider on these 1157 bulbs. You know that there's one of these, I don't know what to call it, a detent or a pin, but one's higher than the other, right? And that makes sure that the orientation of the contacts is correct. So when this goes into the socket, and we put the socket into here, I was thinking about which way the LED chips would be facing. So I think that I want at least one of the sets of chips to face straight out, and then the other two can kind of point in and reflect. So I think what I'll do is, since the orientation of this row of LEDs is in line with that pin, that's the lower pin, I'll just make sure that I put the slot and then the detent catch there of the socket straight out, and that way that set of chips, or that set of LEDs will be facing straight out. So I'm taking these needle nose and just kind of bending these tabs over. Grab it, bend it over like that. Now we want to make contact with the housing, so you might want to kind of twist it around a little bit, and because your ground is still going through the housing. And I actually ran a ground wire to each lamp too in the trailer, so I'll have ground wire coming out and not just the two wires, and then relying on the body for ground. These little prongs are very fragile. One of them snapped off, so you don't want to be bending them back and forth too many times. You know, I mean, once is enough. I did have to open them up a little bit to get it through the hole, because if you look at it from the factory, they're kind of angled out, and they're larger than the diameter of the hole on the housing, so I had to kind of bend them in just a little bit. But all right, let's get this light bulb in. Now that was a really tight fit, and you can see how the bulb is actually touching those prongs. There was like zero clearance there, and I had to push down, and I pulled on these wires a little bit and push down pretty good to get that to lock in and twist in there and seat. But it is in there. Man, barely. I almost had to do some machining on that bulb to give it a little more clearance. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, I've got both of the bulbs hooked up to on the brake light side, not the running light side, so I'll just go ahead. They've got a shared ground. I just ran a shared ground between them. Go ahead and hook this up, and we can see the difference in the lights. Maybe. There we go. So you can see that the chips, the LEDs, are kind of broadcasting here, and then straight out, and then it does have this projector lens here that points straight up. So it does kind of give it like a triangle cone effect here, but then it has a nice circle in the center. As to the 1157 bulb, the old incandescent has light all the way around, so you can see that is a difference. Let me throw the lens on. I just refurbished the lenses, so let's throw the lenses on and we'll see what the difference in light is. If you look on one of my previous videos, you can see the spray that I used to refurbish these lenses. They turned out pretty awesome. I'm just going to set the lenses on top. I'm not going to screw them down. Just kind of do that. Go like that. And then let me grab my ground wire and see if we can get these guys to light up I can get through this paint. Here we go. I might not be able to get through the paint on the old one. There it goes. Well, that's a considerable difference. Let's see, maybe it's just the angle. Okay, so not sure how I can do this. Maybe just get further away. So you can see the LED light. There's the 1157. The LED light, you know, see, I'm now having them down all the way, so I don't want to jump too many conclusions, but it looks like it's illuminating more of the outside, maybe because of that projector bulb that's pointing up. And this, the 1157 incandescent, is more just the center, and it's kind of illuminating the outer ring. Now the camera isn't picking it up as much as my eye is, but the LED here is definitely way brighter than the 1157. Trying to see if I can get it to almost flash like a turn signal. Let's see. So you can see that the LED has a really crisp on and off, where the incandescent bulb, you know, it takes a while for it to fade out because it's a filament. I think that the LED is a lot, how can I describe it? This is more of a deep dark red, and this is a brighter red. It's not quite orange, but it is definitely brighter. And this could be due to the this effect on the outside of the ring could be due to the paint also. You know, we've got silver paint on this one, and this one we don't. So anyway, there's the final. I'll go ahead and repaint this one too and put the LED in it, and then we'll mount them on the trailer later. Thanks for watching. But wait, there's more. I thought you guys might want to see the running light. I didn't even think about it. So here's the incandescent 1157 running light. Here's the LED running light. Definitely brighter on the LED, big time. Let's see if I can get them side by side. And here's the running light with the turn signal or brake light on and off. There you go. All right, thanks for watching.